Hey, y'all. Excuse me. Tell about, oh, I guess I'm live. Alright, I'm going to put some chapstick on. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. 2 minutes late. I couldn't find my phone. I was like, oh my god, I gotta go up and get my phone. So sorry about that. I'm just going to pull this up here on my phone. So I can see your comments. Alright. Just come on in and comment. I gotta run over here and grab something and I'll be right back. Just come on in and comment. I gotta run over here and grab something and I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. I had to grab my remote, turn my TV off, and then I was like, oh my goodness, now my phone's got the sound on. So anyway, welcome. I'm going to turn this light on too. I forgot to do that. So you guys can see a little better. Alright. So, I think I'm live. Hey everyone. I think we're here. I can't tell. I'm not seeing any comments, but anyway, I'm gonna get going. So anyway, tonight what we're gonna do is the big bow tutorial. Okay, everybody's jumping on this bandwagon. I'm well. How are you? I don't know why I'm not seeing any comments. I'm hoping I'm in the right group. Let me back out and go back in here. Let's see. Well, I don't know. I may not be able to get comments tonight. So, but anyway, if you're here, I can't tell if anybody's here or not. What we're doing, these are 3 I made. I brought my sewing machine out the other day and tried to make one of these, and I haven't sewn in 12 years, and I totally failed. So I said, you know what? I quit. And I said, tomorrow's a different day, and we're going to try it a different way. So what I did, I'm seeing comments on my, I'm seeing comments there, but I'm not seeing them at all on my, I'm going to back out and come back in here. I don't know, guys. I just may not have comments tonight, so I apologize. I'm seeing a few up here, but let's get going. I'm not going to concentrate on that, okay? If I miss saying hi to anybody, I apologize. But these are 3 bows right here that I made out of the same template. So I'm going to show you how to make these big bows out of the same templates, okay? So what I did is I bought, you need about 2 yards of material to get 2 bows, okay? So you're going to need about 1 yard for one. And you want to iron it, okay? So you want to iron your material. So I ironed mine. And what we're going to do is start with our, what I did to start, okay, is I made 2 templates. Okay, all I did was make these out of cardboard that I had left over from boxes. Okay, it doesn't have to be the full size. I just took the longest piece I found for the long piece. Okay, and I cut that at about, you can cut it to your own size. I cut mine at about 9 3/4. No, that one's about 8 3/4. And then this one is about 9 3/4. By 24 1/4. Okay, so when you do that, what you're going to do to get your diagonal in here, your dovetail, is you're going to take it and cut it to 24, and then you're going to come in and measure and cut that in half, which, let's see, I hate this ruler. It's clear and I can't see because I'm blind. You got about 9 7/8. So you're going to come back into that center, which is, in my mind, I can't remember what it is. It's about 5, a little less than 5. And then you're going to make your dots. And then you're going to draw a line. And you're going to cut in about 3 inches. Okay? Or if you want a bigger dovetail, you can cut in more. Okay? So we got our 2 templates. Get off my stuff over there, little girl. Alright, so let's start. This one's 9 3/4 by 24 1/4. This one is 8 3/4 by however long. Okay? We're just using this to get our, that's just our templates. Okay, so to start, we're going to cut our long piece, and what we're going to do is I got 2 pieces ready that are dry, okay, because this is no sew, you got to let them dry, okay. So our goal is here is to get to this point, okay, and then I go long ways on my material because I can cut this down and make my loops on top as big as I want or as little as I want, okay? And then this is going to be our back piece. This is our template, and we'll cut that as we go, okay? So these are dry, okay? So let's start with this. I'm just going to scooch my material back over here. I'm so mad my comments are coming up. So if you have any questions, I can't answer, so I don't know what's going on, y'all. I'm going back out and back in. I'm going back out and back in. So what we're going to do is get out there. Hey, yo, get, oh, no. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with our flat edge here, okay? Spread our material out, and we're going to take this and just pick this up. And the fun thing about this, it doesn't have to be perfect. And we're just going to fold that over, okay? And this, like I said, is about 9 3/4, okay? And this one, I think I want the tail to be just a little bit bigger. And this is the fun part to where you can adjust on your template. Like what I did with these, this tail's a little bit wider back here. This tail's a little bit shorter. And this one, I think that was a little bit shorter too. So you can, if you want it a little bit wider in the back, all you're going to have to do is you can take your rotary cutter and cut straight across about 1 inch above. If you're not sure what you're going to do, I can't cut straight with my rotary cutter because my table's set up backwards. I'm going to go about 1 inch across. Oh, that's why I couldn't cut. I wasn't on my mat. It's going to come right across here, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? We just need a seam allowance. That's the fun part about my no-sew bow is the seams don't have to be perfection. I'm just saying. Okay, so we're just going to fold that up because we're going to come back to this here in just a second. Okay, so this is our first piece. Okay, so we got that all going. Okay, so now what I want to do is fold that over. Okay, and now we're going to cut our batting. And I don't know what I did. This is 80, what's my bag? 80, I forget what it is. But I like this. It's a little thicker. So on the top piece, what I'm going to do is unfold it. And you can use the regular batting. Okay? You can use the regular batting. I don't know if this is my scrap piece, but we're going to use it anyway, okay? And what we're going to do is take this. Whoops. Take this back, y'all. Oh, yeah. I got to remember how I did this. Oh, my goodness. And what we're going to do is, that piece is, this is my scrap piece. Sorry, y'all. I got my other piece over there, but we're going to use this up. Okay? We are going to use this up. I think that's, sorry, I've had a bad, horrible week. I'm getting the winter blues. Big time. Big time. We're so slow, and I'm just, oh my goodness. I don't like to be slow. Okay, I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to do that. Okay. Now I'm going to fold this again. This is our back piece. Okay. Whoops. I lied to y'all. I told you I was only going to cut one piece of this one. Okay. This one I am going to use my rotary cutter. Okay. Cut that. Whoops. Kind of hard because you cut into your cardboard sometimes. That's alright. Like I said, this way I came up with, you don't have to be so prim and proper with it. Okay. So we're going to pull that. No, I'm not going to pull it down because I want the same length because this is my bag on the scrap piece I wasn't going to use. But I'm going to show you anyway because you always want to use all your scraps. Okay? You always want to use all your scraps. So now I'm going to go down here. Pull that down. So get that kind of even. And I like this batting because it's kind of stretchable. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be. It's so heavy down here. It keeps pulling on me. I'm going to hold it right there so I can get this kind of straight. Okay. I'm going to move that kind of down so I can get my length here. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're probably going to cut it off at the end. Okay. So now I'm going to cut this down here. I'm going to make a snip. And snip. I wish I had my good piece so I can show you better. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I like about this bow. This is just filler. Okay, now it's getting heavy. I mean, again, it's going to fall again underneath me here. So we're just going to cut that. Okay. So we got that one. And the good thing about it is all the scrap. You can reuse all the scrap, most of it, okay? See, this piece isn't quite perfect. So what I'm going to do is fold that over. And I'm just going to kind of trim it up. It's about a little less than the 9 on this one because I want that a little bit smaller for the seam. Okay? So I'm just going to kind of cut that down so it's fairly even. Okay, so now we're kind of even. Not perfect, don't matter. Okay, so this is for this piece. So now we're going to take our piece, unfold it again. Okay, guys, this is I'm showing this all to you guys tonight for free because I'm going to list this as a tutorial. So this is for you guys. So please don't share this process. I'm asking you because I came up with it and I just want to be able to list this. But I thought I'd give it to you guys since you paid for the group. I want to give it to you guys for free tonight, okay? Don't worry about if it's longer or not. But I'm going to try to center this up best I can inside our bottom piece, okay? And what we're going to do is fold that over, okay? Fold this over right here, okay? We're gonna get, and what I'm going to use is this Fabric Fusion. I really like this. Let me zoom in on that. It's the Fabric Fusion. I like that. You can wear gloves with this. I'm getting my nails done tomorrow, so I'm not using gloves. So what we're going to do, can you get out from, and what do you got? No. Ugh, got 2 dogs under my feet, y'all. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across this top line with just kind of a thin bead going all the way across. Okay? Kind of to the top. And then I'm just going to kind of go around, just a little squiggle. Okay. And then we're going to take this piece and fold that over. Okay. I'll take that piece and kind of fold that over. Bring it to the edge of our batting. Make sure it's about to the edge of our batting all over. You can kind of feel it. Okay, you kind of feel that's to the edge. Okay, you can also use your mat to kind of measure to make sure you're getting it kind of even, Steven. Going across there. And just adjust. You keep lifting. That's a good thing. You keep lifting until you get it right where you want it. Okay. I think we're going to line this up down here. I think we're a little heavy down here. So we're going to go a little bit more in. And it doesn't matter because we're going to fold this over anyways. There it goes on my fingernails. Okay, so we're about 9.5 there. And we're about down to 9.5 down there. Okay, and then if you got something flat, I'm just going to take this and spread that glue towards me. Okay, just spread that glue towards me. Okay, so now we've got our loop. Okay, this is going to be our loop later. And we'll be trimming some of this off. So this is where I said you're going to let this piece dry. I'm going to go set this somewhere. I'm running out of spots to spread this out. Excuse me. Alright, now let's get into our back piece. And then we'll get into showing how to assemble this piece, okay? So now that we've got this long ways, this one has a pattern. So we're going to match our pattern, okay? We want to match our pattern. Okay? So what I'm going to come down here and do, this is where we're going to have some excess material, but save that material because you can make balls and all kinds of stuff with it, okay? So we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, I'm going to come in from that edge about 1 inch. This one has a margin kind of on it. So I'm going to come in about 1 inch. I like more than less. And we're going to fold this over once again. Okay? And I'm so sorry my comments are not. I hope I'm live. It says I'm live, guys, so I don't know. But if anybody has any questions, just shoot a PM my way. I'm going to try to put a pattern in there or a recipe for y'all. Okay. So this is our one that's 24 1/4 by, what I say, 9 3/4, I believe. Okay. And the fun thing is you can adjust these bows to any size you want. You can go less, you can go more. Okay. I'm going to move my mat over so I can use my... And this one, I think I want the bow. What do I do on that one? I think I want the bow about this size. I don't know the bow about this size. But I still want to go over just a little bit. Okay, I want to cut over just a hair. Just so I have a little bit of extra something going on here. Okay, so I'm going to feel where my corners are at. I'm just going to go back up. Okay. Like I said, this will be for you guys. You guys will be able to go back into the Kajabi. I'll try to upload this probably tonight. Okay. Okay, so there's our back piece. Okay, so now we're just going to lay this fold that up so it doesn't fall over. We're going to find our short end on here. Sorry guys, this is my practice piece. It's all jacked up. That's what happens when you're practicing the pattern. So this one's all jacked up, but I'm not wasting it, okay? I'm not going to waste it. Alright, so now we're going to take our template and we're going to put it on here. Okay? It's getting heavy and falling off the table again there, guys. Put that on there. Okay? And this one, I want to double over. I want my back doubled. You don't have to do this. I think one I did doubled. And, oh shoot, ding dong, you get that right off there before you double. Whoops. Okay. And then we're just going to pull that tight. And cut that. Okay. Then we're going to fold our batting up. Okay. Now I'm going to take this and fold it in half. This is going to be our back part of our bow, our tails, so to speak. Okay. So we've got that the same size. Now I want to go back and just trim that down about maybe a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. Okay. You can make 2 separate templates for this, guys. I don't have anywhere to, I don't all these templates laying around, so I'm doing it this way. But you can make your templates. Okay, I still think that one's a little heavy down here. Just make it look even. It doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. I just see it and then I go nuts because that's what I do work. I see something uneven, I go insane. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is take my template, put it right back on top, and center it right in here, okay? A little bit shorter, like I said, okay? And I'm going to take it and make it even just a little bit shorter, okay? Just going to go right in here, okay? And we're going to cut this. Whoops, cut the cardboard. Okay. Pull that out. Save your scraps, guys. You can make bowls with those. You can stuff, you know, if you're doing some of those decorative bowls and stuff, you can fill them bowls up with that. Don't waste it. Throw it in a little baggie. Okay. Okay. Woohoo! Feel a little better tonight. I'm doing something I enjoy, guys. Alright, now let's get to this piece. We got our batting. We got our top piece. Okay. Woo, come back here. It's sticking. And make sure you're ironed. Like I said at the beginning, make sure you iron your piece there. So now see how this is shorter. Kind of spread it out. It's a little bit. I'm gonna get this down here a little bit more because we still have that margin. Okay, so we got that folded in half. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and fold this over again. Pull that nice and tight, point like a toiga. Okay, now we're gonna sit there and glue our top again with our Fabric Fusion. Ooh, a little straggler there. And they sell all kinds of brands of this. This was just a little bit cheaper and it works really nicely. Okay. So, come on. Okay, I'm just going to do that across here. I'll just do a little another, whoop, a little straggler across here. Don't need a whole lot of this. Once it dries, guys, it sticks like a son of a gun. It does. Hope I didn't lose my lid to that. I'm gonna be angry. Oh, there it is. So now I'm gonna put my lid back on here. I think we're done with that. This is the only thing we're really needing to glue on here. Okay. Now we're going to fold that. Make sure we go over a little bit. Make sure you feel your edges. Okay. You always pull them up because it'll stay wet for a while. It will stay wet for a while. Okay. Just make sure that's kind of even Steven. Go down to your board. Make sure that one's about even. Okay. Then we're going to take our board again and just kind of spread that. Pull that up, put that wrinkle in it. Spread that glue. Okay. So now we've got our back piece. Okay. Again, we're going to let this dry. Now we're going to assemble one that's already dry. Find somewhere to sit this one. I love that pattern. Love that pattern. And that one I think I'm going to add some of this trim to the edges. I don't have enough, or I was going to show you that, but I don't have enough. So anyway, we've got our templates. Okay. Our templates, just cardboard, guys. Okay. Please PM me if you have questions on how to cut those. I'll put that, hopefully I'll post that tomorrow for you guys. Okay. So now let's assemble one. I'd ask you which one y'all want to see, but I can't see. Hey everybody, sorry, I can't see. I'm seeing somebody's comments are popping up on this, but I don't know why they're not coming up on my phone. So which would you rather see? Well, never mind. You can't. I want to do this one. Let's do this one. You can't see, or I can't see your comments, so I'm going to do this one. All right, so this is our back piece, okay? So, see, we cut this a little bit short. Oh, you know what? This is the one, I did the one. I wanted to try that. And this one, I was trying to do square first. And then tuck in. So this was, I'm sorry guys, this was another, you know what, we're going to use the, because I'm just going to confuse you if I do this. I'm just going to confuse you. Pretty sure we'll be able to do this. These are wet. I would suggest drying them, but this was another way, and I forgot, guys. I totally forgot that I was going to try it without cutting those first. That's not good. I'm going to show you this way anyway, okay? So all we're going to do is fold this back, okay? Fold this back, okay? Make sure it's flat. Oh, sorry, guys. And then we're going to take our template and we're going to come right in here. We're going to cut that. Okay. Sorry guys, this is when I was adjusting my pattern. Daggone it. I apologize, y'all. I apologize. And then what I'm going to do is feel my edges. It's thick, guys, so you'll be able to feel your edges. And you're just going to cut right into the center. Make sure you feel. Okay. Like I said, this doesn't have to be pretty. Because what you're going to do is just do like a little bit of a snip here. Okay. And then what we're going to do is fold this over our edge, okay? This one, let me zoom in here. This one, let me put that little booger off there. This one we're going to tuck in. Whoops, get your point. Just gotta pull that out to get your point. Okay, so we're tucking around that batting, and then we're folding this one over as well. Okay, we're just folding that over till we feel our batting and getting that nice and even, just like that. Okay, pull your material till it's even. Okay, and then all we're going to do, I told you I was done with that. I lied. Keep it folded. Put a little bead right up in here. Okay, and then we're just going to, stay folded. Fold that right over. Okay, just press that. Okay, I'll take this side, fold it over, take this, tuck it under, take this, fold it over, make sure it's even, make sure your corner looks kind of pretty, pointy. Kind of pull that out or tuck it in however much you need. Okay, and we're just going to glue that again. Come on, glue that again. Okay, all right, so there we got that. We're just going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay. I'll take that. Fold this back. The way I showed you on that one is the proper way. This was, I apologize guys, this was when I was trying to figure out this pattern. So, I had these two left thinking they were right. And I apologize. This is just how I'm fixing this problem, guys. There's always a way to fix it. Nothing's over till it's over, I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. It's always fixable, guys. You just got to figure out the plane. Whoops! There goes my cardboard again. Okay, so we got that. Stick that over there. Okay, and then we're just going to roll this back out right here. Okay, so smooth that out, and again, we're going to feel this. This one, again, like I said, is the one I'm trying with a 1-layer batting. So just feeling, yeah, and I'm just cutting until I'm about 3/4 over. 1/2 inch to 3/4 over my batting. Okay. Oops. That's all you gotta do. Okay. I want to cut a little bit off that one. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna snip in the center right here. About 1/2 inch. And if you want to snip these corners, you can. I just tuck them in. Okay, so we just tuck them in, fold this over again, okay, and then we'll assemble this, okay? We will assemble this as soon as I get this done. This you can kind of do, if you do it correctly, like I figured out later, you won't have to worry about this step being wet. Okay, just spreading that out. Okay, like that. All right, and we're just spreading it kind of towards that edge. Okay, make sure. I think I'm in the camera here. I want to trim a little bit more of this off so I don't have so much. Okay. Turn that around towards you again. And we're going to fold this up down in there. Actually, I think it works better if you fold this in first. Kind of like you're wrapping a present. Okay, pull that corner out and tuck that in there. Okay, get you a nice point there. Leave it how you need it. Ooh, that one's kind of loose there a little bit. And then we're just going to glue this. I'm going to add some into that center there. Okay. Take that down. Whoops. And there we go. Okay. Spread that out. And there we go, guys. We're good to go. And if, oh, that one came undone. Put enough glue on that there. If you feel like you need a little more glue after you get these, I'm doing this one wet, guys, so it's going to be a little bit harder because I didn't do it correctly. But you can always go back and add a little bit more glue. Sorry about that. Just add a little bit more glue in there. Okay. But most of the time, you'll let this dry. This dip dry too, but it's not quite necessary if, you know, you kind of have done one and you know what you're doing. Okay. Like, I don't look like I know what I'm doing tonight. My own thing, yeah. Like I said, this was one of my originals, and I kind of tweaked it along the way. Alright, so now we're going to go back with our daisy. Okay, so this is where we are. We got our back. Flip it so the seam's on the back. Okay, this one you're going to do the same. You're going to find your seam. Okay, and you're going to flip this over. You're going to flip this over. You're going to lay it on top, and you're going to figure out, how big do I want my bow or my loops? Okay, I think I'm going to go over about this much, where I'm going to leave about maybe a ½ inch on each end. Okay, so this is where I'm going to either trim it off both sides. It looks like I've got about 6 inches off each one. So what I'm going to do is take it down here, and I'm going to cut off about 6 inches on this end. Okay, and I'm going to save this because I can take this, guys, and I can fold this under, and I can glue those edges together, and I can make a small bow. Okay, so don't throw away any of your pieces that you cut off. That's why I cut it long. Okay, so now that I've got about a half, I want 1½ inches at least to cover here. Okay, oh, you don't need to glue that. This is the part you don't need to glue. Oh, yay, hey. Okay, so now we're going to center it up. I've got about 1½ inches over. Gotta make sure they're even top and bottom. Okay, now we're going to take our piece and flip that over. Now that we got the size we want it. Okay, and we're about 3/4 to a ½ inch there. That's all. And Steven, I think. You see something hanging over, just tuck it over. And what we're going to do now is pinch this up twice. We're going to hold that. Okay. And then we're going to take it, pinch it up about twice again. Okay, guys, so see, we got our bow. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a pipe cleaner or a wire tie. And we're going to zip that through there. Okay. Get that in the center. Make sure we got that kind of in the center. And we're going to pull that nice and tight. Okay. So now we've got our pleats and whatnot in here. We can pull apart. Okay. Oops. That's cute with daisies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we'll cut that off. Whoops. And here's the fun part. It gets here. A thing you can do is we've got this, okay? And we've got scraps of our, I don't have them close by, but they're somewhere. You could take your cow material and cut it off and wrap it around here, okay? Or you could take, let's say we can go here with some, like these three. This one I did ribbon, a 1.5 inch ribbon. This one I did the same material and added some gold. And then this one I did a 1.5 inch ribbon. So you could do it however you want. Okay, and then one like this, you can add a little embellishment in the middle. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? With a little bee in the middle. You can add some bling. You could take something like this and add in there as a contrast. Like that. We can go with some, let's see here what we got. We got some yellow. We can, add a little pop of yellow to this if we wanted to make that really cute. I kind of like the yellow. What do y'all think? Well, I can't see the comments. So I think on this one, I want to go, let's see here. What do I want to do? I'm thinking I'm liking the yellow, y'all. So what I'm going to do is go around the back with this. And I'm just going to cut it about an inch and a half longer. Okay. Let me get this back out of the way. Maybe this is confusing for you all because I'm frustrated and can't see comments. Y'all got my thing. You can just PM me. I'm going to fold this over. Okay, let me zoom in again. I'm going to fold this over. Pull this nice and tight. Okay, tuck that in. Okay, and kind of pull it over. And then I'm going to use my glue. Okay. Sorry about that. Pull this over a little bit more. There we go. And I'm going to glue this. Add a bunch of glue. Not have to be a bunch. I mean, I'm just saying. Whoops. Make sure it's all nice and even. Pull that nice and tight. Okay. Press and spread. And then what we're going to do is take a couple pins in there. Ooh, sticking to my fingers. And let that dry. I didn't get that in the right spot there. Okay, and we're just going to let that dry. Okay, and then once it's dry, you can kind of adjust your bow on top. You probably don't really need to. And then just make sure you press that down because I was messing with it. So there we go, guys. We got our big bow, and then you can just fluff this, and this was done with a single batting on the back. And once you get it on the wreath, yeah, it's not going anywhere. So that's a cute one. I'll show you the other three I did real quick. Sorry I can't answer any questions. I apologize. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I went live in the event, maybe. And that screwed me up. I'll have to pay attention to that and see if that's what happened. But anyway, guys, here we go. We got this one coming up after it dries. Okay, we've got this cute bee. It's got a really cute, look at the bead pattern on this. Oh my goodness. So we got that one. Okay, that we made. We've made this one, our cow one, and then the next one we do will be cow on top, daisy on back. Let me shut this real quick. And then we got this Easter bunny. I think I got this one to go with Brenda's. I think I made this one. Whoops, that's upside down. I did this one to maybe go with Brenda, our fellow cubby's sign. There. Okay, so we got those. Oh, here it is. And then we got our St. Patty's bow, guys. See? Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute, guys? And very easy. And I apologize being frustrated tonight, but they're very easy, guys. It's just folding and gluing and cutting a little template. Like I said, get with me with any questions. Since I couldn't read your comments, I don't know what I did wrong, y'all. Oh my goodness. Now I'm seeing them up here, but I can't hardly see them. Well, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. But again, if you could, please, this is going to be my paid tutorial that I'm going to be posting. So please don't show this. This I did for you guys free in the group. Because you paid for the group, and I wanted you guys to get it free first. So if you could do me that favor, I would appreciate it. Yes, face. I don't know, guys. It could very well be me. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this so much. And again, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to call me or even just PM me or whatever, and I'll walk you through it. Or I'll answer any questions, okay? And then I'll show you this one when I'm done, after it dries. That one's going to be so cute with the trim and everything. Oh, this is what I was going to show you with the trim real quick. When you get done, like on the back here, well, I won't show you on this one, it doesn't have a corner. You would do this before you get to this point. But you could also fabric fusion some trim on the edges here, like such. And that would be super adorable too. You can even add something like that. Guys, there's so many things you can do with these. Okay, and again, scrap, fold the edges in. And we've got a couple save scraps. We got a couple mini bows. Booyah, done, just like that. Okay, so anyway, thank y'all. As always, I like to say, laugh and live with a half full cup. It's all black clouds behind the sun. It's been hard for me this week, but I'm trying. I'm trying, guys. It's that time of year. The winter's getting to me, and the seasonal stuff is really getting to me. I'm trimming that off just about like it. So I'm going to try to do better and find that sun. So have a blessed night. Be kind. I'll see y'all next weekend or next week. Thank you.